What up? If you cannot tell, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I've been here sitting, analyzing some data, looking over some things, guys. So welcome back to the channel. This is D's Daily DD. Thanks for coming back, y'all. Coming back at you with another video. But always remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I am solely a YouTube creator who likes to talk about, stock information, public information, updates on the market, my thoughts, my opinions, and so on. And yeah, obviously I'm like, because I don't think people realize how big of a deal this AMC merchandise store is. It came out of nowhere. I had no idea it was going to launch yesterday, how it did. Somebody just ended up finding it on Twitter and started promoting it. And Adam Aaron did not put out the information until today. Okay, guys, so what I'm thinking on this is actually pretty awesome that we could see some great results. And it helps us in a good way because this is another avenue of money that AMC could be making, and it's directly connected to AMC. Okay, like when it comes to the stocks and the stock market, well, AMC does not own the stock market or run the stock market, and so we know the whole history and what's been going on with all that, right, in the shares. And in my opinion, we own the float multiple times, based on the information that we have looked at the past almost 2 years or so, right? For this, how long this play has been going on. And yeah, this to me, this merchandise store is a big deal because, now we have a way to beat the short sellers at their own game. They always want to talk about the fundamentals. Well, this is our chance to beat them with the fundamentals as well, okay? Because now AMC is diversifying, they're evolving, they're trying to change the sole business model of just relying on the movie sales, even though we should see movie sales go up in the next year or two as well, because you got the thing from Amazon, they're putting that money into movies and they realize they can make money on that end too. Yeah, but now with the merchandise store, AMC can do a lot of things with this because they can directly release collectibles for different movies, merchandise, and they will be getting a piece of that profit. So, Adam Aaron has always mentioned the number four, Q4, I think, things like that. And this is supposed to be the biggest quarter of the year for AMC. So right now, personally, right, instead of me buying more shares, what if they're, because if there are IOUs or placeholders and all and that and so on, well, AMC's not getting a lot of that money to help them, with the bottom line and so on. So personally, I want to just be looking towards merchandise right now. I already picked up some things today, but like I said, I think a lot of this profit and these sales can actually help AMC with their bottom line and their debt and whatnot. Okay, so keep that in mind. Like I said, instead of buying more shares, I'm pretty happy with my position. So people, if they want to shift over and actually go to a movie right at AMC, go watch some movies at AMC, buy the popcorn, the snacks, look at the merchandise here that they got. If you haven't taken a look at the website, it's pretty cool how they have different things, right? There's collectibles, there's home goods, there's like blankets, socks, hats, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff on there. Okay, so I really think it's cool, and I think it's a great opportunity for AMC to make more money because, like I said, they can do special releases and limited items. Like there's already this Batman, you know, uh, collectible that was on there. I think it was like $160. There was like 300 and some that were made, but they're already sold out actually, so you can't even purchase it anymore. And you hang it on the wall, and it's like a memorabilia thing, right? So thanks for coming back to this, to the retail investors, to the viewers, the subscribers, the apes, everybody out there who shows love. I got y'all, and that's why I continue to come back and make these videos for y'all too. And I'm in it, right, with y'all. So check this out. This is what I got. This is what I picked up from the AMC store: a t-shirt, a couple bobbleheads. I'm gonna gift one, someone that I know really loves Batman, so I got that. And yeah, the store is up. If you want to shop AMC gear, here's some sweaters that they're offering, right? But yeah, I picked up some things today, and then this is the Batman limited edition film cell wall display I was talking about. Okay, it was actually 120 bucks. I think this is sick, but only 350 were produced. So it's a limited edition thing. That's why it's up there, 120 bucks, right? So a lot of people jumped on that. So let's jump over to what I want to talk about here. Like I said, I personally think there's a lot of corruption in the stock market. AMC is not able to really control a lot of what goes on with that. And we can look at market data all day, but at the end of the day, we don't know if it's 100% correct. This is only 85% of the reported data. Nobody can really, say all the data is correct or whatever, right? And so, I keep saying that's going to be the title of this video, right? When I say we can beat the short sellers at their own game now, because now we can help AMC with the fundamentals, because we need them to stay in business. We need them to do good, and we can see a short squeeze with the fundamentals improving drastically, right? Because when they have no reason to short anymore, they're going to want to get out. So that's one thing I'm gonna talk about. The things I want to point out right here is that the cost to borrow fee is at 39%, 40% right now, right? So that's the red line here, and we can just go back a few months. So even in July, it was at 8%, 6%, 7%, had spiked to 20% when they controlled it. But that's what you have to realize again, that I don't think these short sellers are going to make it much longer, because there could be surprises along the way, and that could very easily push them out. And this cost to borrow fee is no joke. Like I've told you, the average is 0.3% to 3% average across the market. So when you're looking at this cost to borrow, it is extraordinarily high for and expensive to short shares, because the more shares you want to short, the more expensive it's going to get for you, right? As a short seller, if you want to short sell 100,000 shares, 200,000 shares, a million shares, you're going to be tacking along a 40% fee. And these articles keep coming out. This one's from yesterday. There's another one that they posted today, but this is the one I want to point out. Amazon will be investing movie theater releases, and that could be very bullish news for AMC. Recently, there's been a lot of bullish articles, and I'm like, wow, well, are they trying to tell us something? But they do give you good information here, so I'm just going to point some of that out. As AMC's management team pointed out during the company's latest earnings, film production is the single most important factor affecting the theater chain's overall success. So there's not the exact amount of movies coming out as there was pre-pandemic. So yeah, the short sellers want to say, oh, AMC is down this volume, but it also has to do with the movie releases, and they don't tell you that. They don't tell you that if we were to have more movies coming out more consistently, that AMC would be able to bring in more money through the door, right? They don't tell you that. But the Amazon news was positively received by AMC and other theater chain operators, considering the volatile nature of and the high short interest in AMC stock will be on the lookout for sharp upward movements in AMC. And they keep warning, right? They keep saying there could be these big moves coming for AMC. It's not guaranteed, but they're pointing this out too. And tech behemoth, you got to remember Amazon is a behemoth, because they're a massive, they're worth a lot of money, and they do a lot. So they're expected to invest about $1 billion a year in film production and releases, Bloomberg has reported. And we were up about 5% when that news came out. And as time goes on, right, there will be a small number of movies in 2023, but it wants to build on that and push, and it has opted to make a big push toward in-theater releases. And you should not see this as coming totally out of left field. Earlier this year, the company released 2 episodes of Rings of Power series in theaters, and in 2017, Amazon produced Ramcom The Big Sick was released in theaters to much audience and critical acclaim. So remember that, they own MCM or MGM. They bought it for $8.45 billion. And so, we could see more investments, more talk about partnerships or whatever with Amazon and AMC in the near future. And the other thing is, guys, the shorts can get pushed out, whether it's not, if it's not now, I think, the apes will hold on. I think everyone will keep holding. And either way, the shorts would be screwed in the next bull market. So AMC doesn't have to make it all the way to the next 5-10 years or whatever, right, for it to squeeze. There could be a bull market in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. But whenever the cycle turns around and the economy starts to, have a better outlook, then we could start to see the next bull market, whenever that is. That's another way these shorts could easily get pushed out, like how it happened in May and June 2021, right? The market was raging, and I think that added a lot of pressure to them. So the short squeeze is near, and I don't personally, I think it's gonna happen. I continue to believe in it. I continue to hold. And there are several challenges that the movie theater industry needs to overcome in the short term to return to pre-pandemic levels. But as pointed out by Adam Aaron, AMC's business will be affected first and foremost by the number of popular movies being released theatrically. So that's what I'm saying. Remember, now that we're gonna have more movies coming in, we could see more of normal levels of bodies and things like that come through the doors for AMC. So this is what, again, AMC just needs a single spark to catch fire. And they keep saying that, the movie theater operator has been the target of massive short interest. Right? Recent data indicated that about $500 million worth of AMC shares were being shorted. This compromises about 20% of the float. And, they're going to be investing, as we've been saying, soon, Amazon. And AMC shareholders and traders may benefit from this news in the short term. That's because of the volatile nature of AMC. It's talking about the sky high borrow fees, the spike high. It's extremely high. That's well over 10 times the normal borrow rate for shorting stocks. Therefore, in the beginning of November, AMC has become almost prohibitively expensive. The setup for a short squeeze is just about perfect. Not my words, their words. From the street, which, remember when they used to put out a lot of negative articles on AMC, and all that is missing for a sharp upward movement driven by volume, which even a mild catalyst such as recent Amazon news may trigger. And another thing that could be a mild news thing is with the whole merchandise store, that there could be some new news and some numbers put out soon about how these things are selling out. So it's interesting, right? It's crazy how this happened today. So a huge thank you to our shareholders who suggested that AMC should sell merchandise. I am delighted to report that right on schedule, we are now doing so online with this free shipping fan gear. Okay, so he did that 4 hours ago, and then 2 hours later he says, "I believe in transparency and full disclosure." Right, very specific words. Okay, I should have added that the free shipping deal on our merchandise is for today only. Like, how could you forget that, right? I mean, how could you forget to put that in there if it's today only? So don't wait. I think this was done right on purpose. So do some of your holiday shopping today at amctheaters.com and save a few bucks in the process. So yesterday he didn't comment on it. Today he comments on it and then puts this in. I believe in transparency and full disclosure. So if you haven't checked out the store, guys, it's here. It's live. You can order free shipping today only. Like I said, that's why I placed my order, save some money on that. And just to wrap it up, with what's going on in the overall market, tomorrow we're going to have Fed Jerome Powell speak. There's some data coming out. It looks like it's the PCE price index information that is going to come out tomorrow. It's always a month behind, so you got to keep an eye out for that. And that could sway the markets. A lot of volatility. We've seen it in the past. And, soon I am going to make a dividend stock video. What are dividends? There's different kinds of dividends, how you can make money with dividends. And I like dividends too, right? Basically, it's a kickback from the company for holding the shares. If AMC had a dividend where they would pay out regularly, then it would make it a lot easier to hold. But when you have a lot of debt, you can't really do that. I think you have to clear the debt. But I've had my friends ask me, some people ask me about dividend stocks, and I'm just going to give you the information that I was able to find and what I think about them. So I want to make that video soon as well. And I pulled up some examples are like McDonald's is a dividend stock because it has to do with what they pay, so it's a percentage. So here's the dividend, 6.08%. You got Best Buy that pays a pretty good dividend. Right now it says 3.5%. I know Verizon does a good dividend. They pay 6.81%. So I will be going over what are like the top 10 dividend stocks if you want to look out for that video soon. I think it'll be very helpful for people who are newer to investing. I've known about I have received dividends before, the whole AMC thing. Like I said, I've been trading for about 5 years now, I think. So just know that the annual average, dividend is 2 to 5%. So I will be giving you guys more information when I do that video. But I wanted to focus on today's information, which is, with AMC, with the store, and with what is possible with the AMC merchandise. My thoughts, I think this is great news. And like I said, if we want to beat them at their own game, we can beat them with the fundamental game by either going to watch a movie this quarter and, going to the AMC store. If you want to gift some things to your family, that's what I'm doing, right? I'm going to be buying some things that I think my family would like, some bobbleheads, right? Some t-shirts, maybe some blankets, like things like that I know will also help support AMC and maybe help clear some of that debt. And yeah, guys, so that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for coming by the video. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you haven't already, give this video a like, share it with apes, retail investors, people I always appreciate that, and it helps the channel a lot. And we are still on our way to 1,000 subscribers, which I know we will hit one day. So thanks for coming by, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I will catch you in the next video.